the inside is Wingman, together with Wendigo. And they're off for the Grade 1 Albert Bartlett Novices Hurdle. 3 miles ahead of them. Wingman towards the inside is right up there, and so too is Marchantou in the early stages. So too Jax Jr. together with First Confession, and also Derry Hassan Paddy as they rise at flight number 1. They're safely over that. At the moment it's Native Hill who is the back marker, and Jasmin De Vaux is last but one. Also Flicker of Hope is towards the rear of the field, as already they cross over flight number 2. And on the inside it is Wingman, who is right up there with Derry Hassan Paddy, the royal blue colours, and then First Confession also in the first wave as they go over the 3rd flight of hurdles. Working just a little bit wider is Jax Jr. He's racing just in advance of Intense Approach, who's quite wide on the track as they go around that dogleg turn. That leading group being hunted up by the grey Argento Boy towards the inside, together with Yellow Car, and then just a little bit wider Marchantou is just slightly shuffled back. Sounds Victorious is next in the field, then the Big Westerner. She's got a good position racing in midfield as they go over the flight, which takes them towards the top of the hill. Jasmin De Vaux has now been relegated to last. Native Hill is now last but one. Ballybow is last but two, and the French Raider Jet Blue also in the last quartet, ridden patiently by James Reevely, as now they've reached the top of the hill and begin to freewheel down towards the next flight, which will be flight number 5. And it is Wingman and Jack Kennedy on the inside of Derry Hassan Paddy and Derek Fox racing in a very close second. They've now got a break of a couple of lengths over Jax Jr. in 3rd, wide Intense Approaches in 4th. First Confession is in 5th. Argento Boy, the grey, to the inside is racing in 6th. Marchantou to the outside is in 7th. They're followed by Yellow Car. After Yellow Car is Sounds Victorious, and then the Orange Silks of Fishery Lane, as now they have reached flight number 5, and all the leaders took it safely. There was a little bit of a mistake there by In at the Park, and also not that fluent was Port Julaine, as they're now about to make the turn into the home straight for the first time. Native Hill at the back of the field was just pushed along. Ballybow in the last trio, another one who was just niggled coming out of that turn. Racing between those two, last year's bumper winner Jasmin De Vaux. So they're racing on towards halfway in the Grade 1 Albert Bartlett Novices Hurdle, and it is still Wingman who leads the way to Derry Hassan Paddy in 2nd place. Jax Jr. is in 3rd, and then on the outside in 4th position, Intense Approach, as they prepare to rise at flight number 6, the last in a circuit's time. First Confession will take that one in 5th position, followed by Sounds Victorious, and on that one's inside Argento Boy. Marchantou, and then the red and black stars of the Big Westerner. She's hunting up the leading group. Then the Yellow Car pushed along on that one's outside. Wendigo up against the inside rail. Fishery Lane is next to the field, and then Flicker of Hope. After Flicker of Hope, quite wide, is Jigs Forge, who's plotting a wide course as they head into the back straight. Native Hill at the back of the field still being pushed along, so too is Ballybow. Jet Blue makes no move at the moment from the rear of the field, neither to Jasmin De Vaux, as they head now down the back straight. In at the Park, another one who's racing in the last half dozen. So now they've gone through halfway, and they're taking the 7th flight of hurdles, at which Ballybow was slow and has now been relegated to last of the 20. And it's Wingman on the inside of Derry Hassan Paddy, who are still the first two. Jax Jr. is racing in 3rd. First Confession on the inside jumped that flight in 4th position. Then on the outside, Intense Approach. For the first time, Jet Blue gets a shake of the reins at the very back of the field, but they're very tightly bunched as they go over the 3rd flight of hurdles on this section of the course. The whole field are only covered by about 10 lengths, and the leader is Wingman, as now they begin to take the dogleg turn, facing up towards the 3rd from home. It's Wingman who still has the lead over Derry Hassan Paddy, racing in 2nd. First Confession to the inside, followed next by Jack Jr. and then the Big Westerner, who is travelling very smoothly for Dara O'Keefe, and now moving into 4th place as they go over the 3rd from home. At the back of the field, a slow jump by Jasmin De Vaux, who's now last but one, and last is Native Hill, the first one to be dropped from the main group of the field. One who is now beginning to improve from midfield body sounds victorious as they go into the turn out wide. Another one improving is Jigs Forge. So into the top turn they go, and entering the final 5 furlongs, 2 more flights of hurdles to take. Wingman has got the lead too. Derry Hassan Paddy to the outside in second place. He takes a pull on the big Westerner on the inside in third, and she's still going very powerfully. On her outside is Jax Jr., and wider still is Jigs Forge. Also wide, Marchand 2. And now Jasmin De Vaux, who was right out the back of the field early, is scything his way through the field. They're going over the second from home, at which the long-time leader made a mistake, Wingman. And that mistake also hampered the big Westerner, who now all of a sudden loses a couple of lengths to the leading group. They make the turn in with 1 flight to take in the Albert Bartlett, and it is now Derry Hassan Paddy who has taken the lead to Jasmin De Vaux towards the near side. Paul Townend taking a look across to see if there are any dangers, as now Jasmin De Vaux has quickened up. The big Westerner now has daylight, and now she is beginning to eat into the lead of Jasmin De Vaux. These two pull clear of Derry Hassan Paddy coming down towards the final flight. Jasmin De Vaux on the near side jumped it big and bold, a lead of a length and a half over the big Westerner in second. Derry Hassan Paddy is in third, Wendigo in fourth, together with Yellow Car, but it is Jasmin De Vaux out in front, and it is a second festival win for Jasmin De Vaux, and it is a 10th win at this year's festival for Willie Mullins. Paul Townend and Jasmin De Vaux have taken the Albert Bartlett. They have beaten the big Westerner in second, followed home by Derry Hassan Paddy.
Jasmin De Vaux has just won the Albert Bartlett in the colours of Isaac Suede and Simon Munir. Their racing manager, Anthony Bromley, is with me. Where are Simon and Isaac?
Isaac's in Hong Kong on business commitments, and Simon couldn't get it here either. The same sort of thing, business commitments. But we were only going to have 2 runners on the Friday, and it was tricky to get the logistics to come just for 1 day. But wow, the horse is a festival horse. Well, I love those sort of horses, don't you, that come up that hill?
They're nice horses to have. I'm sure they'll love watching it on video. This is a horse whose jumping hasn't been getting right so far this season, but when we needed him, at the last...
He came up for full. He asked him, he went for Never Say Die. He certainly felt he got there a little bit soon. And that's a fair point. In the end, he was a bit worried at the top of the hill. There was a lot of horses getting in the way, and he's just had to make a move. So he sort of got there too soon, really. I think that's what Bull's thinking now. And we said he jumped the second last one. He said he can't remember that. He said, I just know I got the last right, because he did need a good jump at the last.
Yeah, because the mare was coming.
She was gaining on him, and then he's found a bit more again. And he's not the most prepossessing sort of horse. He's always the most ordinary looking horse in the string, and this, that, and the other. And in the pre-parade, you'd have said, well, he's just one of and everyone thinks he's a filly because he's called Jasmine, and he looks a bit feminine as well. But my gosh, he's got some heart.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of thanks goes off this horse. Stuart Crawford made this horse. He appointed him. He won with him, and he went to Willie. And Patrick did the bumpers, and he's come through. JJ gave him a good ride at Dublin. Taught him a lot. He's been down and schooled him quite a lot. Paul's chosen him to ride today because Paul has first choice on the horses, and that's how the system's always been. But there's a lot of team behind this, and but it was a great ride by Paul, I have to say.
It really was. And did you feel his jumping was coming each race that you saw?
Yeah, they've been saying at home it was better, but they kept saying that, and it hasn't quite happening in the races. But I think he just needed confidence and a bit more match practice, and perhaps Dublin did make the man of him, really.
And what do you see him as now? I mean, he's went on deep ground. I mean, he's versatile. He's went on deep ground to win his bumper. He's went on quicker ground here to win over 3 miles. What do you think he can be? Well,
I know what he's going to do. He's going to go to Punchestown, isn't he? And we'll see how we get on. But he went to Punchestown last year, and it was too much after Cheltenham. You have a feeling he probably puts quite a lot into his races, so I don't know. We'll see. He certainly wouldn't be a horse you'd bring back quickly to Aintree. It would only be Punchestown this season, but he's not a great big chasing stamp of horse.
That's why I'm asking the question.
I certainly can't see him go novice chasing at the moment for a while anyway. No. I'd certainly see another season hurdling and see if he's a stayers hurdle type of horse. Why not?
Why not? It is a...
And Cheltenham is his track, it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so plenty to dream about. Many congratulations. I'm so pleased with the entire team. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I don't know what he did in front of me. Just got tangled up a little bit on him. But, you know, I was after kind of taking my time a little bit on her, and she jumped well, and, you know, I still wanted something to aim at. So, you know, off the bend, in fairness, Paul quickened up, and, you know, he jumped the last well and just pulled away from me at the running, but thought she ran a credible race. Like, you know, she's a very good mare, and in fairness to her, she'll be excitement to go chasing me next season.
She really was. She's got the size for it, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's a lovely mare. She's done nothing wrong all year. You know, unfortunate not to win the Grade 1, but, you know, she ran a stormer, so we're delighted with that.
So you're not feeling in any way unlucky?
Look, as I said, sure, when we finished in second, I thought I had a good go of it. Maybe just when wingman, I got tied up a little bit, but I thought I had every chance to go and have a go at Paul again, so I'm happy with that.
Bit of Bromhead with me. Before we move on to Monty's here, just reflect on the Big Westerner. Happy enough with that run, Henry?
Yeah, she ran a blinder, a little bit unlucky at the second last, didn't help her, but she ran really well, jumped great, travelled well. Yeah, we have to be really happy. Second in a Grade 1, it's a great run.
Yeah, and given us, I guess, relative lack of experience in comparison to some of them, she did a lot right, didn't she?
Yeah, absolutely, and beaten by a champion bumper winner, you know, so fair play to them. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, and we're happy.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.